Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Today's video is going to be a little bit different from my normal, and I will be stepping outside my comfort zone a little bit, so please bear with me. Now, before I get too deep into the video, the clip that you're seeing is the last video that I uploaded of myself and my wife, and we're playing with the un-n-atomizer. So if you have not seen that video yet, I'll be leaving a link in the description, and if you stick around to the end of the video, it will also be suggested. Now, today we're doing a top 5, and these are my own personal opinion as far as the activities and what order they go in. So if you agree or disagree, leave a comment, and also don't forget to go absolutely crazy on that like and subscribe button. And also, one more thing, as a bonus at the end of the video, I will be leaving my own personal favorite, so stick around to see that also. So without further ado, here we go, and these are the top 5 ways to kill time in GTA. That's a bonus. Alright, so coming in at number 5 is flying. You know, whether you're flying around doing tricks, or just flying around looking at the sights, or like, and here I'm just, I intend to fly from one airport to another, but I ended up, you know, locking onto someone and killing them right there. And, I mean, it's not extremely common, which is why it's at number 5. And, I mean, I even don't do it a whole lot myself, just whenever I, you know, get the wild hair up my ass. But, I mean, to be honest, as old as GTA Online is, I mean, it's like a 6-year-old game now. But from the air, it still looks like a fantastic game. I mean, Rockstar, they get a lot of stuff wrong. But as far as nature, the way that they render in their nature and everything, and the sights, the lights, all that stuff, I mean, they just still make it look phenomenal. So, I mean, yeah, it's not too common, but it's still something that people do, including myself, just not very often. So, number 5 is flying. Alright guys, coming in at number 4 is gambling at the Diamond Casino and Resort. Now, this is one of those things where you're going to be killing some time, but you're going to be spending a lot of money if you're not careful, paying attention to what you're doing. You know, I suggest, just like in real life, which I don't really gamble a whole lot in real life, but if you know you're going downhill on the money, just let it go. Just walk around the casino and look at the sights, and you know. But I mean, it is a game, so you know, do as you do. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's not real interesting, but it's mind-dumbing just to sit there and do the same thing over and over again. So again, it's not extremely common, which is why it's at number 4. At least I don't think it's extremely common. I don't like wake up and jump on GTA and be like, oh, I'm gonna go gamble at the casino. No, it's you know, sometimes when I think about it, I do it. You know, that's where I stand on gambling at the casino. So as far as killing time goes, gambling at the casino comes in at number 4. Alright guys, and coming in at number 3 on our list of ways to kill time in GTA Online is driving. And now, one of my favorite things to do when I'm driving is coming to the airport, and as you can see, I just missed it there. But coming to the airport and finding this conveyor that I guess you use to put luggage in the airplanes, and I think I'm going to hit it this time. But you run up one tire on the side, and yeah, there you go, just flip like crazy. But I mean, whether your thing is doing like this, coming to the airport and just driving around, or if you're just driving the streets, you know, drifting around the turns and all that, or maybe your thing's driving up in the hills, or just hitting jumps, or whatever. I mean, there's endless possibilities with driving. And, I mean, everybody drives at least once in GTA. I mean, it's part of the prologue, but I say with all the different means of getting around in GTA these days, like with their stupid little rocket bikes and all that, I'd say that people still drive, but they use other means of travel. So that's why it's on number 3 on the list, because it's not as common as what it used to be, but it's still a good way to kill time, like if you're just playing a little bit before work or whatever. So yeah, number 3 on the list is driving. Alright guys, and now number 2 on the list of ways to kill time in GTA, I got the un-n-atomizer. Well, playing with the un-n-atomizer. I mean, there's not much to say about this. I mean, you got basically anything in the game that's not bolted down is a victim of the un-n-atomizer. I mean, it's so much power just packed into such a tiny little gun. You know, whenever I play with it, I feel like Will Smith in Men in Black, you know, using his little cricket. He's like, I'm gonna break this thing. And then it, you know, launches him halfway down the street. But, yeah, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with the un-n-atomizer, which, side note real quick, the last video that I made was my wife and I, we were playing with the un-n-atomizer, and, you can either stick to the end of the video and it'll be suggested there, or I'll put a link in the description. But another thing is it's a good anti-griefer tool, like you see what's going on here. I mean, I was just playing around on this little radar deal here at the airport, and these people decided that they're gonna fly their stupid little flying Back to the Future car up here and try and mess with me. And well, I mean, I was already playing my un-n-atomizer, so it wasn't much to it. You know, they landed and I dealt with them, and you'll see here again they came back. You know, after I killed myself. Oops. But yeah, you'll see they came back, and again, I mean, it's just so much ease. You know, they didn't even get a shot on me after they got out of their car. It was just, you know, they came back. I had my gun out, and yeah. Yep, it's easy. So, un-n-atomizer is number 2 on the list. Alright guys, here we are. We made it to number 1, and if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate it. So, if you couldn't tell, if you probably couldn't predict already from the fact that this is a really violent video game, number 1 is Antagonizing the Police. You know, whether you're terrorizing the civilians or the citizens of Los Santos and the police show up, or you know, you're blowing stuff up, or jumping out of your airplane and letting the wreckage hit the ground, or you know, whatever you're doing, the police are bound to show up, and you're bound to get into a fight with them, and you're bound to run from them. So yeah, it's the most common occurrence, whether you want it to be or not, in my personal opinion. So yeah, when you're just killing time waiting to go to work, probably each and every single time, at least once, you're gonna have some kind of interaction with the cops. So yeah, this is why Antagonizing the Police is number 1 on our list. Alright guys, we made it to the top 5, and I really do appreciate you sticking through it with me. And as promised, here is the bonus, which is my personal favorite thing to do to kill time in GTA. And I just want to note that I was inspired, not for this video, but for my favorite thing to do by a channel which most of you probably know him, VanossGaming. And I'll leave a link to the video that really got me to liking this method, or not method, but this way to kill time. I'll leave a link to that video in my description. And also, an older video that I created, my buddy Josh referenced it, and I'll leave a link to that video also. But as you can see, I'm building up a traffic jam here, and my favorite thing to do is to make a traffic jam and a big explosion like that. I mean, it's time killing. It's fun to mess with the NPCs, and I mean it just makes big boom. I mean, how can you go wrong with big boom? And there is no way to go wrong with big boom. I mean, it's fun to build up the traffic jam. It's fun to hear all the complaining. It's fun to just see the flaming wreckage fly everywhere. I mean, you gain nothing from doing it. You really lose nothing from doing it except for the ammo, and the only thing that you really gain is a fun time. But yeah, as my bonus, my personal favorite thing to do is cause a big explosion. Yeah, so if you guys like the video, go ahead and leave a like, and go ahead and subscribe. And I appreciate y'all sticking with it through me, like I said. And we'll see one more big explosion before we go.